Ever wished your cat could explain why it just knocked over your water again? Or imagined your dog texting, "Hey human, we need to discuss my dinner portions." Animals communicate in their own ways, but why no podcasts, debates, or Twitter feuds? Turns out, the answer lies in evolution, biology, and survival instincts. Get ready, curious minds, we're diving into the wild world of animal communication. Do animals communicate? Absolutely. Animals communicate in fascinating and diverse ways, proving that the ability to share information isn't exclusive to humans. Wolves howl to protect their territory, locate their pack, and even respond to sirens, with each wolf having a unique vocal signature recognized by its pack from miles away. Dolphins, known for their intelligence, use signature whistles, essentially names to identify and call out to one another over long distances. Elephants, with their remarkable memory, may also use names and communicate through infrasonic rumbles that travel through the ground to be detected by others miles away. Primates, like chimpanzees, rely on over 60 distinct gestures to express everything from grooming requests to predator warnings. Meanwhile, parrots, though famous for mimicking human speech, don't necessarily understand what they're saying but use their vocal skills to bond with humans and integrate into their social environment. Why can't they talk like us? Number 1. It's all about the brain. Our brains have a specialized area called Broca's area, which plays a huge role in speech and language processing. While some animals have similar brain structures, they aren't as developed as ours. Humans also have an incredibly dense network of neurons dedicated to linguistic processing. Studies show that even the most intelligent primates lack the neural complexity needed to form structured sentences. So even if a chimp had something incredibly profound to say about bananas, it wouldn't have the brain power to string together a grammatically correct sentence. Research on brain activity in animals such as dolphins and elephants suggests that while they have advanced cognitive skills, their neural architecture is optimized for different types of communication, such as sonar-like echolocation or infrasound messaging over long distances. Number 2. Speech requires special hardware. Speech isn't just about intelligence, it requires specialized vocal hardware, and humans have a uniquely positioned larynx that allows for a wide range of sounds. Dogs, while capable of barking, whining, and growling, lack the vocal cord flexibility needed for speech, relying instead on sounds suited for short-distance communication. Cats, famous for their meows, especially their inexplicable 3 a.m. screams, are believed to have developed this vocalization specifically to communicate with humans, as wildcats rarely meow at each other. Dolphins, despite their intelligence, use whistles and clicks adapted for underwater communication, with research showing they can even synchronize their whistles when working together to solve problems. The difference in vocal tract structure among species is one of the biggest barriers preventing animals from mimicking human speech beyond simple repetition, like in the case of parrots. Number 3. Evolutionary priorities. Humans started living in large groups, which meant we needed better ways to share complex ideas. Hey, that mammoth looks dangerous. Let's not poke it. Language helped our ancestors coordinate, survive, and eventually invent things like Wi-Fi and pizza. Animals, on the other hand, developed different survival strategies. A wolf pack doesn't need a TED Talk to decide who's in charge. Body language, sense, and howling do the trick just fine. In the animal kingdom, survival often depends on immediate responses rather than elaborate discussions. Speed and efficiency matter more than grammatical perfection. For example, bees communicate through a dance language that instantly informs their hive about the location of nectar, while prairie dogs have different alarm calls for specific predators, encoding immediate and essential survival information. These specialized communication methods show that while animals may not need complex spoken language, their survival strategies rely on forms of communication that are equally efficient in their respective environments. Can different animals understand each other? Different animals may not speak the same language, but they still communicate effectively across species, using sounds, body language, and even chemical signals. For example, birds like oxpeckers form mutual friendships with mammals, such as rhinos and buffaloes. These birds not only feed on parasites found on the mammal's skin, but also serve as an early warning system, emitting alarm calls when predators like lions approach. This symbiotic relationship increases both species' survival chances. In the ocean, dolphins and whales have been observed cooperating in unexpected ways. Bottlenose dolphins sometimes guide humpback whales to areas abundant in fish, benefiting both species by increasing their hunting efficiency. Even household pets, like dogs and cats, learn to interpret each other's signals, though not always accurately. A wagging tail signals happiness for a dog, but for a cat, it often indicates irritation. This mismatch in body language can lead to humorous misunderstandings, like a dog happily approaching a cat, only to receive a sudden swat for its misplaced enthusiasm. Understanding between species often depends on their evolutionary history, shared environments, and learned behaviors over time. The curious case of parrots. Talking but not talking. Parrots are among the most fascinating examples of animal communication, as their ability to mimic human speech is unrivaled in the animal kingdom. Some parrots, like the famous African gray parrot Alex, were trained to recognize objects, count, and even answer questions meaningfully. Alex, studied by Dr. Irene Pepperberg, could identify colors, count up to 6, and even express frustration by saying "want a nut" when denied a treat. While this might seem like true language comprehension, most parrots in the wild use mimicry primarily as a social bonding tool. In their natural habitat, parrots rely on vocal learning to communicate within their flocks, much like how humans develop dialects. Their intelligence extends beyond simple mimicry. For instance, wild kea parrots of New Zealand have been observed working together to solve complex puzzles, and even laughing in a contagious manner similar to human social interactions. Despite these incredible skills, most parrots don't actually understand the words they repeat. Rather, they associate certain sounds with responses from their environment, making them nature's most talented soundboards. Will animals ever learn to talk like us? Could animals ever learn to talk like humans? Scientists have been testing this idea with remarkable results, particularly among species with high cognitive abilities. Coco the gorilla, who learned over 1,000 signs in American Sign Language, was famous for forming simple phrases like "more food" and expressing emotions through gestures. She once used sign language to express grief after the loss of a pet kitten, demonstrating an emotional depth previously thought to be exclusive to humans. Some dogs, like Bunny, a TikTok famous poodle mix, use sound buttons to speak, pressing words like outside and play. Bunny's owners claim she even asks existential questions like, "Who am I?" Though experts debate whether she truly understands or is just responding to cues. Dolphins, often regarded as one of the most intelligent marine species, have been recorded exchanging sounds in structured sequences, resembling sentence-like communication. Researchers using AI-driven analysis on dolphin vocalizations believe their communication system could be far more complex than we currently understand. While a full-blown conversation between humans and animals may still be a long way off, continued studies in animal cognition and artificial intelligence could one day bring us closer to meaningful interspecies dialogue. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll be having underwater Zoom calls with Flipper. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of animal communication, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos. Drop it in the comments below. And remember, whether it's dolphins, dogs, or cats, the animal kingdom is full of surprises. See you in the next video.